It doesn't pay very well. It does not pay very well at all.
No, I spend a lot of money on making merch because I enjoy doing it.
Yeah. We'll put it this way. It takes about 10 months of YouTube revenue to pay for one 360. Remember, I
Wow.
only pay a few $100 for them. So it does not it's not paying for any of this. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. And I'm sure you've been wondering kind of what's going on. We haven't posted a video in
Quite a
a
while.
month, 2 months. It's
Other
been,
than some shorts.
I know everybody's been bugging us. Where's the 51? Where's the 51? Like, what's going on? And we just haven't posted anything because we haven't really kind of known what was happening or what to do.
We haven't been doing a whole lot.
Yeah, and that's what this video is about. We're gonna kind of explain everything that's happening, why we haven't made any videos, what we're going to do moving forward, kind of a little behind the scenes on YouTube, I guess, and I guess a lot of behind the scenes on us and kind of how all this fits together. So, yeah, that's what this video is going to be about, and hopefully by the end of it, you'll kind of know what's going on more, even though we really don't either. So, I guess to step back for all of this, you guys know us as wannabe YouTubers who have a bunch of stupid cars and we go do stupid stuff and it looks like a fun life. In reality, we both had, 50, 60 hour a week jobs. We both had corporate jobs. And that's changed. We both worked for Stellantis, which some of you may know. But really it's Chrysler.
Formerly Chrysler, formerly Fiat Chrysler,
Yeah.
da da da.
And we had both worked there for a very long time. I was a ride and handling engineer for trucks. So I did all the ride and handling on a lot of the Ram trucks. And I'd done that for the past 9 years of my career. And
I was a test engineer for noise and vibration on Jeeps for the last 11 years. So pretty much the whole vehicle, testing all sorts of different things. But it was awesome. Like,
yeah, they were amazing jobs. Like both of us dream jobs were
for
testing
sure.
brand new prototype vehicles, getting to tune them, getting to make them really what they are. And it was
It was
dream
an awesome experience.
dream
Like,
job. I mean,
for
for
sure.
sure. But anybody that is kind of familiar with the auto industry right now is there's a big push to move to EVs, and at the same time with that, there's a big push to increase profit margins on non-EVs to pay for the EVs.
Pretty
So
tumultuous time overall.
yeah,
Like,
it's a pretty rough time. So over the past say year or so, our jobs got busier and busier, and that's kind of why this past year we started trailing off, is we just
yeah.
didn't really have the time to kind of put into it. We still did our events, we still blew the 51 up a bunch of times, but and then we had the whole thing with the clutch, which really kind of killed us. But we couldn't go do other stuff or push other stuff because our jobs were just overwhelming, really very stressful, very time consuming.
Pretty much all our free time was spent just on the boat relaxing because that was our only free
Yeah, we
time.
didn't have a lot of time, so we would just jump on the boat here and there. Um, so with that, that's kind of why we haven't done a whole lot. But also with that, if you've read any of the news, Stellantis did buyout packages. So anyone that was there for more than 5 years was offered a severance to basically quit, and they didn't really care.
Yeah.
Just
You're
go away.
retired.
Just go away. So Amanda and I, we both took it. So that was what,
Yeah.
December?
Yeah, end of
December
December.
1st. So
Well, beginning, yeah.
yeah. So that's another reason we haven't really been doing much, because we have been unemployed for the past month and a half. But so with that, working for Chrysler, we're in Michigan. I don't know how many of you knew that. We're like north of Detroit and east of Flint. Michigan's gorgeous. It's fun in the summer.
It is a gorgeous state for a lot of the year,
Yeah.
for sure.
Winter sucks.
Yeah, I'm tired of being cold. I'm
Yeah.
freezing
The Trans Am gets
all
put
the time.
away. The 51 gets put away. The Ford gets put
Yeah.
away.
We only get to enjoy our toys for 6 months a year, maybe 9 months.
Yeah, so part of this too is, we've been wanting to leave Michigan to move south to warmer climates. Neither of us really have ties to Michigan other than our jobs, which they paid us to leave,
And our friends
and
from
our friends.
college, but
So with that, with the buyouts at the same time, we had been looking to move south, and I did get an offer down in North Carolina. So with that, I took the offer. So we're going to relocate from Michigan to North Carolina, which hopefully will give us an opportunity to enjoy our winter a little bit more. So kind of with all that, everything is changing, right? We're trying to sell our house, we're trying to buy a house, we're trying to move all our stuff. Um so with that, I don't want to break anything right now. Like if I take the 51 out and I test that new clutch I put in and I break the trans, that thing's a lot harder to move if it doesn't drive.
yeah,
So
I don't want to push it in the trailer.
no, it just, especially if I lock the trans up or blow up the
Yeah,
motor. Trust me, it's been killing me that thing is just sitting, has a nasty clutch in it, and it's like ready to go, but I can't.
yeah.
I'm like, I know I'll go out, I'll break it, I'll do something stupid, I won't have time to fix it. But so I guess with that, all that background, like, what does this mean going forward? Kind of like I just said, all the projects are on pause. They all run. The Ford's good, Trans Am's good, the 51 is good, at least enough to get in and out of the trailer. Haven't really done more than that. So all that stuff is on pause until we can move and kind of get settled. Because right now, like, we packed the shop up. I've got tools out, but all my parts, everything's packed. It's just waiting to go. And I guess right now, what we've had highs in the single digits
It's been brutal.
the past few days. So all the projects are basically on pause, which kind of sucks. But
Yeah.
so the next content that's coming may be a little bit different because, like I said, we're gonna buy a house. We're gonna, we need to sell our property. We need to buy property. And our ideal is a small house, property, and a big shop. You don't really find that readily to buy.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
we've been looking at kind of some smaller houses. So you might see a video on like fixing up an old house. I don't know. We haven't found one to buy. You might see a video on putting up a shop. We've never built a shop. I would love to build one. That might be a video.
Oh, some excavators.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Might have to buy a front end loader finally. I'm gonna get that front end loader. So I like this is going to evolve. We don't know what it is, but we'll try to keep you guys updated. And like our priority is to get back to the projects absolutely as soon as possible.
And the good news is down there, like the weather's gonna be good
Yeah,
here in like a week. It's supposed to be in the 60s. Like we'll be able to do stuff year round,
I
which
know.
we've never been able to do
Yeah,
before.
I trust me. I want to thrash on the 51.
I want to drive my car. I
I
haven't
know.
driven it in so
Which
long.
speaking of that, like as far as the projects go, the 51, it's ready for clutch dumps. It's ready to break in the clutch. It's ready to go get beat on.
For sure.
It's ready. I just can't break it, which sucks.
I know there's the Four Fest this weekend I really wanted to go to, but
Yeah, the Snowfest in Detroit. We went last year, Mudfest. It was fun.
it was
I
fun.
would love to be down there with anything we have, but if I break it, then we're in trouble.
Right.
So 51. As soon as I get a place that I can work on it again, it's gonna get beat on. We're gonna find the weak link, or we're just gonna do some nasty four-wheel drive launches. The Ford, the Ford's an interesting one because I've just been. You guys haven't seen it, but I've been driving the crap out of that thing.
Yeah, you
Like,
run it to like Menards, Home
yeah, I
Depot,
run that thing to
wherever.
town all the time. It's easy.
Parts
Just get it
store.
in, run it, go. I've been hauling scrap because I've had to get rid of a lot of my spare motors. It's not cheap to ship core engines across the country, so all my cores were gone, which made me a little sad. But so the Ford, it's down there. It's going to be my daily. It's going to be my year-round daily. And the Hemi has not, turbo Hemi. When it spools, I love it. The thing's amazing. It rips, but it
Yeah.
spools really slow. Trying to figure that out. Got some guys looking at the tune. I've got some guys kind of looking over my piping. Maybe I did something out of whack. I don't know. If I can get that fixed, maybe the Hemi stays. The second part of the Hemi is the damn thing gets 7 miles to the gallon. That is not daily driver fuel economy. That's like not in boost cruising. It gets 7.
It is crazy.
So I might end up remaking the hot side because I might have an exhaust leak, which could be part of the slow spooling and the poor fuel economy. But the Hemi is kind of on borrowed time. If I can get it to spool like I want and get it to at least 10 miles to the gallon, I'll keep it and I'll run it. If not, it might get a Cummins. 12 valve is an easy 15 miles to the gallon. And I want to be able to tow with the Ford so I can, Cummins is built for towing.
Isn't your heart already set on the Cummins?
It is. But then I'm like, I could just put a Magnum in it because the 51's crazy. But so the Ford is really up in the air, other than it's going to be my daily driver and my around town tow pig. Basically, if anything, except our 46-foot gooseneck needs to move, it's going to be towed by the Ford.
Yeah, the diesel shouldn't have to move much, which will be
Yeah,
really nice.
which means I need something that's reliable, fun, and doesn't get 7 miles to the gallon. And then the Trans Am, your car.
My car. What does my car need? It needs
What-
to get some miles on it.
Say, what does your car need? You've been telling me all the time that I don't fix it
needs
because
air
I don't
conditioning.
drive it.
Well, it needs windows and wipers. That would be wonderful. The windows, I think, are okay. The last I remember, they're still a little finicky, but the
Yeah.
wipers haven't worked in, I don't know, reliably in years.
I know. 70s GM wiring. The thing eats window motors and wiper motors.
Not even 70s. Every F body I've ever owned has had window motor problems. Man.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to fix the heat being on all the time.
Yeah,
We'll
that
have
would
to
be
fix that.
great to fix down there for sure.
Probably need to put some tires on it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then my plan for this winter, I don't know if you guys remember a year ago when you took it out to the drag strip, it wouldn't shift at high RPM. I thought it was the master cylinder, so I replaced it with a Tick Master. Didn't fix it. So I think the trans will need to come out at some point to change synchros because it'll shift below 5,000.
Yeah, it just does not want to shift.
But when it revs to 7, you want to shift at 7.
For sure. And it sounds so good.
Yeah, but that thing's going to be heard daily down there. Just all day, every day, driving that Trans Am. So it's going to need all the little stuff I've been putting off. It's going to need to get fixed. And then I guess the boat. Our plan for this winter was we were going to redo the interior on the boat. Actually, our plan last year was to redo the interior. But then I blew the 51 up so many times, and then I wrapped the vinyl. So the boat, it's all good. It's going with us. We're not getting rid of it because that thing is awesome. I love that little boat, and it looks badass behind the Ford.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's going with. And then the last thing that you guys have maybe seen in the back of some of the videos.
Yeah, I think I've posted on social media a couple times. But
Yeah.
we haven't talked about it too much.
Is she actually has, it's a half scale.
Half scale.
It's a half scale steam engine that's fully functional. It needs a little bit of repairs. It works, but it needs some things changed out on it.
Yeah, we did a boiler inspection 2 years ago, I want to say.
Yeah.
And it was, had a few things that we had to fix up on the plumbing, but
Yeah,
I've had it since I was a little kid. And I grew up kind of around steam engines. My great-grandfather and my grandpa had full-scale size ones. And then my great-grandparents got me the scale model when I was a little kid. So kind of sat on the farm for a lot of years.
You're just a little kid that gets a fully functional half-scale steam engine that weighs like 5,000 pounds.
Well, my family's unique. What can I say?
Yeah. So that thing's been sitting in the garage, like at the far end of the garage, and we want to get that thing out and take it to some steam shows.
Yeah.
In my mind, I always like saw it behind the 51, but now that the 51 is what it is, I'm like, maybe we just put it behind the Ford. I mean, there's not really much more badass than pulling up to a steam show in a 67
Right.
F100 towing a steam engine.
Heck
So
yeah.
that thing is coming with us, and we really want to do something with that.
Yeah.
We just haven't had the time, and it sucks, but we're going to take it with us, and hopefully you'll see it at some point, which is probably unique for most people watching this channel.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, it's new to me. I learned how to fire it, and I would have to look through my notes because I don't remember, but it's really cool. So that's kind of like the last thing that's coming with us.
The quads too. They're not on the list. But
Yeah, the quads will
the
come.
quads need some repairs.
Yeah,
We
the
need to do
quads,
some
but-
riding.
Yeah, that it's something. It's different riding down there. It's
Yeah, it
stuff
looks
we
like
haven't
beautiful
done.
trails. So
Yeah. So long term, what does all this mean? Well, ideally, we can make content year round because we won't have
Absolutely.
a nasty winter. you know, you can make snow content, but you can only do it once or twice, and then
Right.
it's kind of the same thing.
We also traveled quite a bit in our jobs before in the winter time, so we
Yeah.
didn't make a whole lot of content because we were traveling.
Yeah, that was one thing is because we did a lot of testing and a lot of testing outside is we were traveling a lot of the winter. Arizona, California, Florida,
Yeah.
the upper peninsula of Michigan for snow tests. So we were kind of all over the place. So hopefully that won't be like that going forward. So we'll have a little more time to focus kind of on the channel, which the really, to be honest, the channel is just what we want to do. Like we just want to have fun and we're like, well, we might as well film it.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, long term content year round. You know, we've got some friends we made down in North Carolina.
Yeah, shout out to the Swim Shop 4x4 guys.
Yeah,
They're
we met
freaking
them.
awesome.
Yeah, we met them at the Power and Sound Festival 2 years ago, and we took the Ford down there. And it was funny, they all loved the Ford, and that was back when the Ford wouldn't spool at all, so I hated it. I showed up and like, man, this thing's cool. And I'm like, you don't even know, this thing barely runs. And the only reason it went is because I'd already blown up the 51.
Like the weekend before at
Yeah,
Cletus and
something
Cars.
something like that. But so they're into, you know, 4-wheel drive vans and old trucks and
Choppers,
yeah, you know, all the
motorcycles.
same crap we're into. So hopefully
Yeah.
they can show us all the local spots and we
Hell
can go
yeah.
test out the 4-wheel drive.
Do some collaboration with those guys.
Yeah, and you know, if you guys have seen our shop was just a little home built thing built in I don't know the 60s, 70s, 80s. We don't know. Like we don't really have any of the history on the shop. Um, but so ideally, we hopefully will be able to build our own shop this time.
Right, start from scratch.
Yeah, and build it out kind of the way we want instead of trying to retrofit something somebody else built,
Yeah.
which should make projects a lot nicer. Maybe have enough height for a lift. Lift would be
That would be
cool.
awesome.
Although I don't know if I can do it. I'd feel so spoiled using the lift. Just so used to doing everything on the floor. Like I can stand up. I don't know. We'll see on the lift. But and you know, with moving down there, hopefully more events. Like hopefully work won't be so crazy.
Definitely.
Um
And there's a lot in the area too. Like I've been finding events in the area, I mean, for the last few years. It's just it was kind of far away for weekend trips. Um, but there's so much going on down there and it's such a beautiful area.
yeah, and we'll be closer to like Bristol and even if we want to
Tail of the
go
Dragon.
yeah, Tail of the Dragon.
We're
Trans Am's
definitely going
gonna be
back.
badass on Tail of the Dragon.
Absolutely.
You know, there's Uehari, and there's a lot of places down there. You know, if we want to go to a burnout competition at the Freedom Factory,
Yeah, we're only
we're halfway there
11
from where we
hours
are
from
now.
Dragon Con, I think.
So it really, in the end, this is going to be really painful and a struggle, like for us to move, just because we have
For
so much
sure.
stuff, and logistically, this is
We've lived here a long time now. Like,
yeah, it's stressful. I've collected a lot of junk. You know, we got a lot of cars, but in the end, I think it's going to be huge for us and the channel.
yeah, definitely.
Um,
And just change of scenery. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
you
exciting.
won't see the same spots in all the burnout videos. We're gonna have to
That
find a
is
new
true.
burnout test spot. So yeah, it you know it's gonna change, but it'll be for the best in the long run.
Definitely.
So like short term, the next video, I have no idea what we're gonna bring you guys. Um, who knows? Maybe I take one of the cars out and break them. I don't know. Maybe probably not. Um, my gut is we have so many cars we can't really haul them all down there on trailers, so you're probably going to see the Ford towing a trailer. So at 7 miles to the gallon,
Yeah, that's gonna be painful.
and it fuel starves at 12 gallons, so do the math. That's about 85 miles.
A lot of fuel stops.
Yep, so about you'll probably see the Ford towing a trailer to North Carolina, stopping every 80-ish miles to put gas in. So that'll be a fun will it make it because my gut says yes, my brain says no.
God, I hope so.
Like something stupid will let go. Like I don't know. But that could be the next video because we got a lot of stuff to move. And yeah, on that note, a lot of stuff to move. You guys buy some like merch? She's been making
Yeah.
some really sweet stuff. Like she's got this like kind of retro looking stuff. Because if you buy this stuff now, then we don't need to move it. Like that will just save us from having to move it. Yeah, she's got all sorts of sweatshirts.
Yeah, I started making some custom pieces, kind of one-off pieces, and then we've got a ton of new beanies in all sorts of color
I know. These
combinations.
things are really nicely embroidered.
They're super
Like
nice.
they are super warm, and hopefully moving south, we won't need them. But all you guys are staying in Michigan in the northern climates,
Right.
like there's so many colors and stuff, and she can have other ones made if you want them.
Yeah.
So
They'll all be on the website, has the beanies already. The stuff that I'm making now will be up on our social media soon, and then on the website soon after that.
yeah, so the more you buy, the less we have to move. And 7 miles to the gallon, gonna need some extra cash because we don't have no jobs. But yeah, I guess yeah. In a nutshell, there's really big changes coming. We're not giving up on the channel. We're not.
Absolutely
We're
not.
not doing that. It's what we want to do. It doesn't pay very well. It does not pay very well at all.
No, I spend a lot of money on making merch because I enjoy doing it.
Yeah. We'll put it this way. It takes about 10 months of YouTube revenue to pay for one 360. Remember, I only pay a few $100 for them. So it does not it's not paying for any of this. We unfortunately cannot quit our jobs to pursue YouTube full time. I mean, we could. We'd be homeless. And being
Well,
homeless with a truck that always blows up, not your best plan.
probably not.
So yeah, it's a lot.
But it keeps us motivated, like to keep our shit running too. Like,
Yeah, it really does. It really does. Like it, even when I don't want to work on stuff, I want to because I'm like, I should put a video out there. And you guys bugging me, like, where's the 51? Where's the Magnum updates? Like, trust me, I know. And I've been wanting to make this specific video for a while now, but it just didn't feel like anything was settled enough.
yeah.
Now it's settled. We know we're moving. We don't know when we're moving. We don't know where we're moving to.
Well,
I have a start date for my new job, and that's about the only definite thing we have. As to whether we will have a house or a place to live at that point, that is to be determined.
it's a good thing we have a trailer.
Yeah, we're probably going to live in that big gooseneck for a little while.
Okay, whatever works.
So, yeah, I guess just follow along.
Yeah.
I don't know where this is going. I don't know how it's going to work out. In the end, I think the videos are going to be better.
I think so
I think
too.
I think
I
everything
think we'll be able to do a lot
we'll have a lot more
more.
time to devote to it. We'll have a lot more lot more time of the year.
Yeah.
That
When
was
it's,
complicated to get out, I gotta say.
when it's not frigid outside and ice storm, snowstorm,
Yeah, I've had to put
blizzard.
a jump box on the Ford and the Trans Am lately just because it's been that cold. The Ford has a battery that's like a year old, and it's a nice AGM. That's how crappy cold it's been.
Yeah, it has
Like,
not been nice at all.
once it starts up, it runs great. It loves it. So, but yeah, I guess just keep watching, guys. Buy some merch if you want to. We greatly appreciate it. Keep watching, and we'll just try to keep you guys updated. The encouragement definitely helps. You guys still watching our videos and bugging us about what we're doing definitely motivates us. So thank you so much for that.
And it's been so cool too, meeting people at events and like meeting real life friends from the internet, right? Like talking to people and
Yeah, it's
sharing
awesome.
stories, and it's awesome. I
Yeah,
love it.
yep. It's really cool, especially like the few guys that have reached out and I've been able to help you with issues and stuff. Like I love it. I love seeing these things. Like any weird cars, magnums, just go have fun with them. So
Right.
that's really cool. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll keep you updated.
Yeah, we'll see you out there.